This morning, hundreds of Hoosiers are waking up and dealing with that aftermath of historic flooding over the weekend. In Ravenswood, neighbors there are hoping to return to their homes after being forced to evacuate.
And then evacuations overnight in places in Morgan County, mainly near Smoky Row Road. After a levee broke overnight, those floodwaters still rising. And we obviously don't need any more rain, but Matt is tracking more rain chances today. Well, it is 6 o'clock here on your Monday. Welcome into Sunrise. We know it's been a very difficult weekend, couple of days for so many here in Indiana. We have a lot of information for you if you're someone who is affected by this flooding or any other issues.
Yeah, and keep in mind your commute from Friday may look much different today because so many of our main roads are literally washed away.
Yeah, and so Lindsay's talking a lot about those, maybe some detours you can take, probably detours you'll take for quite a while because it's going to take a while to construct these bridges. But I thought it was very important yesterday. Marion County officials were talking about, even if you don't have flood insurance, right? Go ahead and still contact your insurance agent, see what your insurance company can do for you. And then after that, you know, hopefully some state, local aid, state coming in from the federal government. A lot of that is being sorted out. A lot of Hoosiers are trying to give money or also donations to the appropriate sources there. So we're going to have more information on that as that gets kind of sorted out. But once again, go ahead and contact your insurance agent for more information too. Right now we're in the low 70s. It's a warm start. It's a cloudy start. And for some of us, it's another wet start. We don't need any more rain. Now, the good news is that this isn't really causing any more flooding, but you might be waking up and looking out your window and thinking, my back patio is wet again. Can this stop? And we won't be raining all day. That's the good news. It's most of this morning, some scattered showers pushing on through. Right now, we do have some downpours, especially just in far eastern Indiana. I'm looking through Henry County, kind of near Mount Summit, just north of Newcastle. We're wrapping up some of the downpours around Richmond and Fountain City, Winchester. These are headed out towards Ohio. Then we have some light to moderate, just kind of steady rain from Bloomington to Columbus, although it is starting to wrap up in Bloomington. Another little shower or two coming into Greencastle. So as the morning goes on, the rain chance will go down as the front pushes on through. I think we actually get some dry weather tomorrow and later today. And then another front to the north may give us some more rain later this week. We'll let you know how much more rain may fall. But Lindsay, this morning, we don't need more rain, but we need to know about where to drive.
Yeah, that's right. We've got all kinds of issues across the city. This is actually a new crash on I-70. Looks like they just were able to push this off into the shoulder at Harding Street. So this is on the near downtown area near West Side, I-70 in the westbound direction. I got this little issue here. Traffic getting around it without much of an issue, so that's at least a good thing. But I wanted to show you where this is located on the map. Again, this is right here on the near south side, near west side of downtown, I-70 westbound. Potentially could see some issues there as we start to see our traffic flow pick up, so we'll keep you posted on that. Outside of that, we've been watching a lot of roads that are still impacted by the flooding and some roads that will be potentially closed for quite some time. This was the latest one that we just received from INDOT. We know that over in Jay County, State Road 1 has continued to be closed here between State Road 26 and State Road 67 due to water overtaking that highway. Guys?
All right, Lindsay, thank you. Well, neighbors in one Indianapolis neighborhood, the Ravenswood neighborhood, are desperate to get back home after historic flooding forced them out.
Over the weekend, some of them risked it by going back to see what was left inside their homes. Marina Silva is here in studio. Marina, so many of those roads still underwater, so they had to get kind of creative here.
They did. We saw everything from canoes, kayaks, even jet skis, all braving the floodwaters to go check on their homes in the Ravenswood neighborhood. Now, some using those same kayaks to evacuate themselves out of their neighborhood over the weekend. The Ravenswood neighborhood is on the northeast side of Indianapolis, running along the White River between 65th and 75th Streets, and it's as far east as Keystone Avenue. Now, over the weekend, the water has gone down just a little bit, but still not safe for people to get back in their homes just yet. And the thought of cleanup and what's next still at the top of mind for so many.
It has upended our lives and everyone else's, but we still have our life.
Yeah.
And that's the important thing. Yeah. So we're blessed. And we're staying positive.
The Marion County Emergency Management Agency says it's still unsafe to go back. They say they hope by Tuesday people can start getting back into their homes. Now, as for the damage, the floodwaters have been too high, so the department says they hope either later today or early tomorrow they can get a sense at this damage that the historic flooding has caused.
All right, Marina, thank you. And right now we're following breaking news near the Johnson-Morgan County line where that levee break is causing some major issues for a big road there and obviously for some anxious homeowners as well.
And this is not far. If you're driving southbound on I-69, you're going to probably see some of this from the interstate. The Madison Township Fire Department returning to the scene within the last half hour. Callie Lichter is there with the Fire Public Information Officer about what we are seeing so far this morning. Hey, Callie.
Yeah, good morning. I'm here with Brandon Perry. Now, we've been out here all morning. You guys have been closely monitoring the situation. This is Smoky Row Road, completely underwater. Tell me what updates since last night.
So last night around 8 o'clock, we received multiple 911 calls for individuals that were stuck in their home because of the rising water levels. So we responded with ourselves and other neighboring departments to help evacuate roughly 10 people from their homes.
And, you know, I see behind us there's a car almost completely submerged in that water. I believe you guys also had some car water rescues out here.
Yes, yesterday morning around this time, about 5 a.m., we had 2 water rescues, one right here behind us, and the other one was off of Centenary Road.
And, you know, you guys have been giving advice. Do not drive through these floodwaters. I mean, that's at least waist deep out there.
That at one point it was about chest level. So that's the unfortunate part is you can't really see what's going on with the road underneath the water. That's why we really strongly encourage people to turn around and don't drown.
And I know there was some confusion with some residents between, you know, what type of breakage are we seeing here? What type of levee this is? I know you guys have since clarified this is a quarry levee, not a river levee.
Yes, so there's been some stuff circulating on social media as far as a levee break. We want to clarify that it is a levee for the quarry that is also behind us off of Smoky Row Road, and it is not a river levee. So, but however, part of Smoky Row Road has been washed away.
And I know, you know, for people in the area, a lot of people I've been seeing online, this is kind of a major road for them. And seeing some of those aerial shots, it's a lot of road that is now gone.
Yeah, this is a lot of water in a little amount of time, as most of the state has seen, unfortunately. And ultimately what we're going to have to do is just wait till the water recedes to do a full damage assessment.
And I know for people who were needed to evacuate, there is a place for them to go.
We're encouraging everybody that doesn't have a place to evacuate to go to Morgan County Fairgrounds. That is where a shelter is set up for everybody that doesn't have anywhere to go.
All right, well, thank you. I know you guys are closely monitoring the situation.
All right.
All right, Callie, thank you. We'll check in with her again. Again, Brandon Perry with the Madison Township Fire Department. More updates as the morning continues. We do have some good news on the north side of Indianapolis, an apartment complex there that needed to be evacuated because of all that flooding. There's some hope there. So this is what the road looked like near the River Road Apartments over the weekend. That's not far from the Keystone Fashion Mall. Parts of the road there totally washed away. And Saturday night, Indy DPW was worried about erosion causing danger to the apartments there. Now, thankfully, they say that water is receding. They are not worried about any more erosion in that area. And any people who live in that apartment who left are now able to go back.
Some good news for those people. Well, there are now 7 deaths in 6 different Indiana counties blamed on the storms and flooding. A 4-year-old boy, 3 men and 3 women. The latest loss happened in Newcastle. The mayor tells us 31-year-old James Breyer apparently rode his bike around flood barricades Saturday. Breyer crashed into a hole on the road that he couldn't see that had been washed out Wednesday night.
We've also learned the name of the woman who died after being swept away in floodwaters in Yorktown. This is 58-year-old Stephanie Salee. Her body was found Friday in a flooded cornfield about 50 feet from her vehicle. Investigators believe she was trying to drive through moving water that had covered the road and eventually carried away her car as well. Matt, it's just so quickly and so dangerous too.
The power of water never ceases to amaze us. Now this morning we got a little bit more water falling from the sky. It's not going to lead to more flooding, but we don't need it. We're dry and windy right now, although there's a spotty shower near Southport. You see a couple showers, but coming up we're going to time out when the rest of the rain gets out of here and possibly when more rain may come later this week.
Matt, thank you. We are tracking a pretty big tropical storm out in Hawaii. Look at the storm damage as thousands of people are without power this morning.
And we also have the latest on the conflict with Iran, why that country is calling on the U.S. to accept the reality of defeat.